Namaste. It's very heartening, the introduction that I got from Clint McKillen. I hope one day what you said will come true, that Apollo will be the world's largest hospital chain. But I think our intention, our vision is the largest. Because I believe the people in India and people across the world have a right to ask us, saying, you have had so many of these conferences almost continuously. Is there something that you're going to add and give real value to all of us? So then I think in that respect, we are all mobilized to make that happen. And I'm sure the number of meetings that we had, the type of the dialogues that have been proceeding will make a big difference. First, I must say, Rajendra Kumar Pratap Gupta is a great entrepreneur. An entrepreneur and also a person who will not take a no. So one day he told me, Dr. Reddy, you are inaugurating this conference on that day. We're talking something up to what to do about the big challenge that India and the world has on the non-communicable diseases. At that time I said, yes, I will. Then he said, it's 13th morning. And I found that I was in a board meeting, but nothing happened. I'm glad that I'm here to share with you the vision and the need for telemedicine. We all know telemedicine started to get the professional help for a patient from remote areas. I remember when I was at Mass General, somewhere I think 67 or 68, I held the camera at the Logan Airport, which was projecting a patient and his X-ray taken at the Logan Airport into the emergency room at the Mass General Hospital. And my boss, Kenneth Bird, was instrumental to that. Then when I asked him, why are you doing this and calling this telemedicine, he said, whatever name that we give, it's already happening. The people who are in the space, we are monitoring all their parameters here. So why not use that, not just for people who are in the space, but for people who are on Earth, to serve the needs of people. So I think it is a tremendous role. But before we understand the role of telemedicine, we must really understand how can we get this done. The first most important thing that we must, for it to succeed, is to make the doctor understand. It is without him, I don't know how many of you are doctors here. Every conference I attend, there are a lot of technologists. Hats off to you for the tremendous, the technological excellences that you have brought in, and continue for having brought in the solutions for several of these. But I think we need doctors. We need doctors to be convinced. We need patients to feel that this is a thing which can help them to get better medical advice. So I think if that's the first thing is solved, the next two things I think is galloping. First, to find a network which has got the tremendous carrying capacity. And of course in India, everything we are saying, can you give it cheap? Because I don't like the word cheap. I would say, can we give it cost effectively? I think that should be the way, because whatever we do, if you create something good, you shouldn't say, it's available only for me and my family. What we should say, is it available for my nation? And can this be translated to the other part of the world? And I think this is where I think a technology of this type, if we can create and then give it for the rest of the world, that will be a great contribution for the number of people who have participated in these telemedicine conferences each year. I remember, I think about 6 years ago, when we met in Delhi. From there to today, there's a great transformation. The transformation has occurred in the technology. You have achieved so many things to bring this together and now make this saying, yes, we are now ready to take this. At the same breath, I'm going to tell, I believe at Apollo Hospitals, we have one of the finest hospital information systems, HIS, built on a global, we called for a global bid, and then it was all done. It's a beautiful product with several wonderful features. You know why it's not working? I'm not able to buy in the doctors. I gave them a notebook, a person to enter into the notebook. Still, it's not finding itself the great use because his acceptance is not there. So I think it's very necessary for us, if telemedicine is going to be a tool to give, the experts help for a patient in the remote places, we must first buy his loyalty, that he can deliver it, and must be able to make it so convenient for him. I still remember, I believe in this part of the world, we are the first to have brought in telemedicine. Telemedicine was connected from my village, which is about, 1,000 kilometers from here. But it was done by His Excellency Bill Clinton during his last visit as President of the United States to India. When he came to Hyderabad, he connected my village hospital with all Apollo hospitals, and I think that was a landmark thing. We didn't stop there. Yes, that has made a very big difference in running their hospital. I still remember Professor Ganapati, who is the president of telemedicine, is here. He has enabled one major neurosurgery could be done in the village. After the CT has been transmitted there, he gave them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 steps. The good thing is that the chap who had a huge depressed fracture of the brain, he could walk out on the 25th day or so, and he is well. So I think this is the difference telemedicine has made. So I believe from then on, we have several thousands, maybe we have done 60, 70,000 telemedicine calls from within the country, and I think we are fortunate that about 29 or 30 African countries are connected with Apollo, where we give telemedicine consultations every day for them. But more importantly now, the doctors there are saying, why are you giving only telemedicine health? I believe that you are giving excellent CME programs for your doctors. Why don't you give us CME programs? So Ganapati was very quick to take that request, and now we are giving CME programs as well for these doctors from the 29 or 30 African countries. But I believe we are connected with some parts of Iraq, CIS countries, and of course to all our neighboring countries. But most importantly, I think the stage has come, now we must leapfrog. We must leapfrog because in India, we are facing huge challenges. As we both saying that we have some of the finest hospitals comparable to anywhere in the world, we have the finest scientists, finest IT people and the doctors in this country, but we are facing the real lifestyle diseases challenge, the NCDs, non-communicable diseases, like for the diabetes, we are diabetic capital of the world. In heart, we are heart capital of the world. 2/3 of the world heart disease is going to be in India. And we are the cancer capital of the world. And in respiratory infections. This is where Rajendra Kumar Gupta has done tremendous amount of work to see how do we correlate this, what do we bring the global platform to tackle this huge menace. And I believe that telemedicine will act as a great tool to address this issue. Because what's needed, there are two things that is needed, three things that are needed to face this gold medals. I always use this word saying, I don't like these 3 gold medals. I would like to throw it into Bay of Bengal, which is next to me, or into Indian Ocean. Will you agree? We don't like these gold medals. If somebody gives me a gold medal today, I'll be very happy here because it's been done before all of you. And you said, you've done a good thing, so I'm giving you a gold medal. But these gold medals are those who are depriving the nation of young talents. We are talking about India forging ahead economically, but we are facing this health problem which is no other nation should face. So this is where I believe this technology will make a tremendous difference, and I congratulate Continua and Qualcomm. They worked tremendously because everyone has a technology, every entrepreneur has a technology, but they are not talking to each other. But if we want to connect the country, connect the world, we need this connectivity, and this is where I think Qualcomm is making a very significant difference. This is where the health people, whether it's, will you call it providers, the providers and the doctors should be able to bring this, and on a common platform, if we can, we will make a significant impact in benefiting the health standards in our country. And if whatever works in India, it will work anywhere else. And some of it, the problems are not unique to India. It is as much as in US. You have senior citizens who are not getting help. I remember the other day, one of the great entrepreneurs who discovered CyberKnife, Professor Allen, he came to me and he said, Dr. Reddy, I know there is something that you're going to do. You can do a breakthrough in giving help for all people across the world